What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my studio. So, I've thought about this topic from last night, especially with Disney having Power Rangers back on a platform as far as like Disney Plus goes. But we all know that 20th Century will be producing along with Hasbro with this upcoming reboot, but it's going to be streaming on Disney Plus, which makes a lot of sense if you ask me. And so when I posted this in my community tab last night, and I've asked y'all, are y'all ready for this topic? And I know most of you are not ready to talk about it, but I am. This is just something that I would have loved to see maybe sometime in the future if Kevin Feige would have just brought Power Rangers. And this is pretty much like a what if video. Like, what if Kevin Feige brought Power Rangers and brought them into the MCU for the first time? Now, this would have been crazy because there's a reason why I would have loved to see this happen. Because for one, in the mid-90s, when Mighty Morphin Power Rangers had a Marvel line based on season 3, and VR Troopers had one as well, along with the Masked Rider. Like, if you read those comics and you look at the art, it's pretty much being done in the Marvel style, right? And then you have some fan arts drawing things in Marvel style, like Stan Lee and Jason David Frank as the Green Ranger and a Spider Ranger, pretty much like Spider-Man and the Green Ranger at the same time. And then you have the X-Men and Power Rangers going head-to-head back in the day when they were airing on Fox Kids, right? So I think it's obvious to me that both the X-Men and the Power Rangers are the most beloved franchises in the world. Because Power Rangers is from Saban, X-Men are from Marvel. And so can you honestly imagine if they would have had a crazy crossover with one another? Power Rangers and the X-Men in Marvel Comics, that would have been crazy. But as far as like the live action version goes, I don't know if that's gonna work. But I would like to think that if you have the right people with the right intentions of Power Rangers, of how you're going to bring them to life in the MCU, like, let's take back to 1979 when Stan Lee was working with Toei to bring Marvel Rangers to the US for the most part, but it ended up being stuck in Japan as far as like the Sentai stuff goes. So yeah, Battle Fever J, Danger Man, and Sun Vulcan. But honestly, bro, the two Sentais that really disappointed me were Sun Vulcan and Battle Fever J, because you would have think that those shows would have been like having a good season, but it ended up being a lot worse. But Danger Man is one of my favorite ones because I feel like that show was pretty much peak early 80s Sentai with a very interesting first transformation. And so that really got me thinking about what if Stan Lee and Kevin Feige brought Mighty Morphin Power Rangers into the MCU. Whether it's going to be based on Mighty Morphin or it's going to be a different team, a new original team that is pretty much inspired by Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, if done right for the most part, with the plot and the fight scenes, what the story is going to be about, and what kind of tone this show is going to end up being. Because Power Rangers, for the most part, is best to just have it as a series, not a film, because it's hard to get Power Ranger movies right. Like, I think the 2017 did it, and it was done the worst way, in my opinion. I think nowadays everybody, for some odd reason, is loving the 2017 Power Rangers movie. Maybe it's because of Becky G, or it's a nostalgia. I don't know if it's because it's the right tone for Power Rangers. Hey, if you like it, more power to y'all. But for me, I'm gonna need y'all to understand what a real fan is coming from. I don't like the 2017 Power Rangers movie because it was basically just not Power Rangers. It focused too much on the characters. They waited until the third act for them to morph, and I could go on and on about how much I despise the 2017 film And it's pretty much obvious that they wasted all of that money on toys that was originally going to be used in the film, but it wasn't. So, especially with the Morpher, that was a waste of time. Not only that, but there was lack of martial arts action that the Power Rangers is known for. And all you get was just them talking without any action. And the CGI on Goldar and everything was just terrible. So if they were to go to that 2017 route, at least mix it up with dark and light, but mix it up right, you know what I'm saying? And I would like to think that if Kevin Feige were to just bring the Rangers into the MCU and have them team up with the X-Men, Lord knows that the chemistry between Zach and Wade, aka Deadpool, it would have been one of the funniest segments that these two ever done. And pretty much Logan and Jason would have been the most serious members of the group. Maybe not Logan, but maybe Scott, because both Jason and Scott are like leaders of each team. And so for me, if you're gonna bring Power Rangers into the MCU, I think you might want to start with Mighty Morphin first. If it gets successful with 3 seasons, then you go to other teams. And then you got yourself a franchise in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But this is not confirming anything. This is just some of my ideas of what I want to see in the MCU if Kevin Feige would have brought Power Rangers in the MCU. Because right now, the hype for the MCU is going crazy. I got another video coming in the future about this because it's a lot to go on about the upcoming Avengers Doomsday. We got a lot of cast coming back and it's exciting. I can't tell you what it is, even though I posted it on my community tab, but trust me, this next video should excite a lot of you. And I'm excited about this as well. So yeah, what are your thoughts on my ideas of what do you want to see if Kevin Feige would have brought Power Rangers into the MCU? You know what I'm saying? Nothing is confirming anything. This is just some of my fan theories of what I think should happen. So what's y'all thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments down below. And I'm out.